Hello everyone, I'm Pixa. Welcome back if you are new. Welcome to if you are old. And today I'm going to be giving you guys a ultimate breakdown of how I build things in The Sims 4. Now, you can see the lot in front of you is empty. It's very, very empty, but today we're going to fill it and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. Okay, so let's break it down. What's the first thing that I do when I open up a lot and I get ready to build? Number one is I don't open up the lot until I have inspiration. I don't open up a lot hoping that something will hit me. I open up the lot when something hits me. And the difference is very important because if I go in trying to struggle to get something out of my head, it doesn't really work. But I will give tips to drum up inspiration later on in this video. Okay, so step one, find inspiration. Let me help you out. What is the inspiration for this build today? So if you saw the thumbnail, you'll probably notice that it is a apartment. So where do we get inspiration? There's a lot of places you could go. Pinterest, Tumblr, real life, other Sims blogs, stuff like that. Pretty much, going outside, looking at your surroundings and all that jazz. But what is the inspiration for me today? I'll let you guys know before I give some tips on how to find that. So I'll be popping up some photos of the very infamous Mars bar in New York City. Now, everyone has problems with inspiration, and this lot here was really giving me problems. At first, I'll pop up some photos of what was here. There was like a shell from City Living that I put down, and first that was cool. I liked it. And then there was a restaurant inspired by the bear, which I will definitely still have in this save file, just somewhere else. And then there was, that's it. That's all that was here. And I just wasn't happy with the overall vibe of what was going on. And then I was playing my game, and this is sort of when inspiration strikes me. I'm playing, and I realize I need something. And then I go, oh, well, now I need to build it because I need it in my game. And that's kind of how I do things. I don't really like to play with lots on the gallery unless I am playing in a specific save file. I just like everything to be in the save, and I don't want to have to do any setup. But while I play, that's kind of what I do to figure out what to build. So just what do I need and can I build it? So again, it's inspired by the infamous Mars bar in NYC, and I'll pop in some photos. I really wanted to do something super grungy, super dive bar, but I also wanted to allow my Sims to live on top of this dive bar. And I already have a lot of places to live, but again, if you have been here for some time, you'll know that I want you and me to be able to put Sims anywhere in any districts, so you can enjoy, sort of what I do in each area, if that makes sense. So I don't want any one area to be specifically like, this is downtown, you can't live here. Like, no, I want you to be able to live here. So that was my thought process on the type of lot that I'm putting here, aka a residential rental. Now, how did I land on the Mars bar being my inspiration? Again, we had a starting point of 2-story apartment, or apartment with a dive bar underneath, excuse me. And that's kind of what I wanted. And then I searched up dive bar inspiration, and because my save file is set in NYC, I already had a palette, a thing to go off of. So again, it's very important to set those sort of parameters if you want to, streamline things. But yeah, so I searched up dive bars in NYC, and I searched up, some of the places that have been recommended on specifically New York posted articles, and, places that are headquartered in New York. And Mars bar came up a lot. Unfortunately, it shut down, but there are just some really good grungy photos of Mars bar from 2006. And I just really, really love it. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. So that's step one. Step two, once you have your inspiration, can you build it in The Sims? Can you build it in The Sims 4? And a lot of things are difficult to build in The Sims because, it's very specific, and some things are just harder to build than others in this game. But I specifically picked Mars bar as well because it's very square, very nice, very easy. I can do squares, and so can The Sims. So that's also why I picked it. And tying this in with this point is, will I enjoy building it? Because I can't build unless I'm enjoying the build and I'm like listening to a song, listening to a playlist, like just in the mood and the vibes and know the sims that I want to put in there and all that jazz. So that really helps when, trying to get myself into the mood, into the spirit of building. Because this build, it's gonna be a challenge. And you guys are gonna see me build the outside, possibly the inside today. We'll see. I don't know. Number 3, start building. Yippee, yay. We're gonna start building. And while I'm building, I'm basically just gonna give you tips as we go along. I'll skip about, and yeah, I won't let you sit through all of my building nonsense, but I will, I'll be here whenever I have a tip. I'll pop in and I'll leave the tips and the timestamp down below so you can skip around and do all that jazz and whatever you need to do to, get the tips. Anyways, for the people who haven't skipped to the next tip, I'm going to start with a square because as you saw from the inspiration, it's very square. I'm just going to start with a square. That's it. And my first tip for realistic building specifically, and not just builds in general, is to add platforms for sidewalks. And I do this all the time. I'll show you over here. I've actually done it. Oh, sorry. Watch this. Excuse me. There's some over there. And it just, I don't know. It's nice to see the Sims step up, first of all. And it's also just a really good height element. It mimics the step up of the sidewalk, all that jazz. It's just really, really good for upping the realism. And that's kind of the first thing I gravitate towards when building realistically. And this also leads me to another tip for building realistically is pulling your lots all the way to the front. Now, I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. First, I had this lot like super back here, and there was a lot of like entryway space. But the thing is, with retail lots in real life, they're really close to the curb most of the time. And that kind of helps with the realism. Now, over here, you can see that this lot is not close to the curb, but I have elements that are close to the curb, like this shrub bush, this umbrella, this awning really pulls it out. So just keeping sort of big structural details at the front and just pulling the whole build to the sidewalk really, really, really helps. Like, trust me, whenever I started doing that, my builds turned amazing instead of, starting all the way back here. And now it looks crazy. Like, you can make it work, but again, it's just a really quick and dirty tip on how to get things to look more realistic. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this all around like so. I could have seen it this way, but I want it to a little shady. I see how So yeah, I just started off with a square. And if we look at my reference, we can see that obviously it's not just a square. So we need to add the other structural elements. Another tip that I like to do for realistic building is keeping the camera angle at the same angle of my reference. Now, I know that sounds a little strange, but I'll break it down for you. So basically, in the Mars bar reference, it is angled like right about here. So I'll place the camera here and try to get it exactly like it is in the reference image, and then I'll figure out what needs to be added. So beginning, we're just looking structurally. We're looking for the big shapes like a painting. We're trying to block out what we're doing and not, honing in on the details quite yet. So looking at my reference, I can see that there's a bump out at the back with another apartment building. And there's a big staircase in the front of the building, a black fire exit. So those are the two things I'm going to focus on right now. Okay, so now that we've got that down, another thing that I like to do is add half walls to the top roofs of my builds. I don't know why I started doing this, but I think I started noticing it in other Simmers builds, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Maybe I should start doing that. So alas, I started. Now it's not perfect for every build, but I think this build is gonna need it because it's drab. It's a square. So I have to do my best. My favorite sidewalk is the sidewalk slabs. Yeah, that's what I like to use for the sidewalks. And I was playing around with the tile or stone, sorry. And I kind of liked this at the bottom, but you know, for consistency, I need it to match the other areas. I can either go with more sidewalk slab and then go over to this slot and change it, or pick this concrete. I think that's another slab of concrete. No, it's got cracks in it. Let's see. Another slab. It's not high-end concrete. Tarmac. Tried and true tarmac. I mean, it's not bad. But it's not great. I would put the tarmac up here and the sidewalk down here. Maybe. Experimentation is important. Well, no. If you've ever been to any of my live streams, you'll know that I spend a lot of time procrastinating. If you want to see me build real time and, you know, interact with me, that's the place to be. It is the place to be. I love my chat. I hope you guys had a good Christmas, by the way. I mean, I'm filming this and it's December 27th. So, yeah, Christmas has arrived. Let me stop talking about nonsense and move on to the next tip. Okay, so we've got the basic down. Got the little bump out, got the big square. Next, I'm going to color, okay? Now that we got our foundation, it's coloring time. So, the bottom, I'm pretty sure, is just black. I don't know if it's black steel or like, you know, aluminum. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure that everything behind that is black. I'm going to start out with black and see on from there. The top, for my reference, is brick. It's all sort of the same brick. I'm going to try to mix it up a little bit just for some interest. I really like this brick. I think it looks nice. My only problem with it though is it's very bright, and as we look around, I'm using some dirty bricks everywhere. So what am I gonna do about that? Maybe there's a different swatch. I like that. Okay, so awesome. We're going to move on to detailing. Now that we just have the basic structure, everything's looking very nice, we can get the doors and windows in and all that jazz. So I do have a specific set that I have in mind. As per usual, I want to use the Arnold set by Pearson for the front and sort of block that out so I can see what I'm working with here. I don't want to use the door from there. I just want to use the accessories called Arnold Shop. Okay, so it has these metallic curtains in red. I can't make these red, so that's problematic. What am I going to do? Again, it doesn't have to be, you know, exact. I can improvise. There's no problem with that. There's a lot. What the heck? What am I saying? For windows, I like to keep them size appropriate, because you don't want windows that are too big. You don't want windows that are too small. So it's important to keep that in mind. But I do know that I want to use some broken windows, or maybe make the windows look broken. I've got these ones that would be perfect for like right about here in my reference. There's a broken window down there. I don't know why, but it is there. So I need the doors. Let me focus on the doors. All right, welcome back, everybody. I want to add a little something because in my breath, it's got the building is kind of tucked in. Like there's a little tucked in entrance. So I think to emulate that, I'm gonna pop it out a bit. That's the thing with building, you know. Sometimes while you're decorating, you see, hey, that can be changed. So there's nothing wrong with changing anything, and don't feel like anything is permanent. Another good tip for building as well is to utilize debug. As you can see, debug and me are tight. We're real close. I use debug for absolutely everything, and I can't imagine a world where I don't use debug in some sort of fashion. So if you aren't using debug, please get your paws into debug. Debug and live edits they go hand in hand, honestly. You can't have one without the other. You just can't. So debug is the way to go for that. I think I want to go with these ones. Right now, this isn't looking like a dive bar. It's looking very fancy, honestly, but don't worry. Don't worry not. I will grime it up. Right? I think I'm going to go like that. Yes. This looks like a bouncer bar thing. You know, like when you get into the club and they're like, let me see your ID or whatever. It looks like a bouncer box. I don't know if I want to keep that there or if I want to, I guess it can go like this, right? Oh, another good tip for building realistically is hallways. Don't forget your hallways. It's not just a room stuck to another room all the time. Sometimes there's hallways and corridors, and connecting other things to other things is very, very useful, I might add. If I do say so myself. So I don't want the dive bar to be super big because that's just not what I'm here for. I think I'm going to cut it off back here. Scale is very important. Literally, I should have said this at the beginning of the video. Scale is so important. Having things being too big, too small can really mess up your realism. Like, you guys, I cannot stress it enough. Please ensure your builds are in scale. And if you don't know, get a sim in there. Oh gosh. I have to delete these walls one by one. Give me a second. Also, another great way to test scale if you don't want to put your sim in the lot and give yourself a headache, you can put furniture in. And if the furniture feels like it's too small, feels like it's too big, it's probably too big or it's probably too small. So that's something you can play around with. Here we go. So yeah, figuring out scale. This room right here, it honestly feels too big for a bouncer's office. Like, they wouldn't need that much space. Make it smaller. Now, I still have the horrible habit of making things too small because I like tiny things. But, you know, I got to keep in mind that not everyone wants to work in a tiny space like I do. But yeah, I'm going to just put this door here for a placeholder. And again, another hallway. You want to keep it about 2x2. Keep your hallways about 2x2 so the Sims can get through them. But yeah, corridors, hallways, entrances, everything on the above definitely helps with keeping things realistic. Okay, I'm going to stay out of the inside because I should figure out the front first. Okay. So angle check, or screenshot check. I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah. It's looking good so far. It's looking good. Double checking with my ref. Looks fine. I need to get these windows in because I don't know what that's going to look like. I have a few windows here. The windows in reference are honestly like not matching and kind of dirty, so I could go for something more dirty, but I don't think I want to. I just want to stick to the Soho windows because they're fine. Actually, these windows are quite large now that I'm looking at them. They're pretty big. So no, I'm gonna try to find something that matches. It's gonna be difficult. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, they're quite large in prominent parts of this build. I could stick two windows together like that. And then we find the color that matches. Angle check. It's a little bit more to the right. And they're lifted up like that. Yeah, that works for me. Let me just delete these walls. Those are fine. I think there's something wrong with this brick. It's just so nice. And I don't want it to be. It's too nice. So I'm going to go to my good old tried and true brickery elite. I just love this brick. Look how dirty it is. Just gives me life. Gives me life. I love it. I did say dirt and grime was my best friend, so here I am. Dirting and griming it up. I was about to say slumming it up, but I don't think that's a slumming. That word makes, I don't like that word. Anyways, I'm adding these little grungy parts to the corner because I want some drama for this build. This is the bottom dirty corners, and I have the corners that are just the right sides. Again, I'm sorry if grunge isn't your style or you don't really like dirty looking buildings, but this is the style that I like to build in, and some of my tips are probably applicable to you, even if you don't, we don't share the same aesthetic. We can be soul sisters or something. Okay, so I'm lining up these windows. Oh, I just realized these windows like touch this, and I don't know if I like that. No, executive decision to not do that because I don't like it. I'm just gonna center these, and there's a fire escape right here with not a lick of window, so we're gonna ignore that and just put these windows on top of each other like so. That's pretty much what it looks like. I think I'm gonna add another window here. This is probably gonna need to be centered like so. Yeah, perfect. Let's complete the window edge on the other side. Now in my reference, honestly, all the windows are mismatched and it's like kind of a mess in a good way, of course, but I just don't think I can personally make that look good. So I'm ignoring it. I'm just gonna use the same window for the front and for the sides. I think like this, and then like this, and then like this. I assume these are for different units. Yeah, another tip is to think about the functionality of a build, right? So if you were to think about it, these windows are probably for separate units. So I can add like a little balcony and add some character, or I can add little signs on their windows that shows who's inside. Just small details like that really go a long way into making something feel more unique. I also think there are too many windows, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Too many windows is not good at all. I know. That's pretty much what it looks like. Okay, so let me get the what's we'll call it, the fire escape. It's probably not called fire escape. Go. So I'm just looking for the fire escapes. These are medium walls, but the bottom one is short. So I'm gonna go with the short fire escape. And it's like right beside the building. It's like right here. And you just kind of want to stack those. And it goes up to the roof, which is cool. I like that. And it's black. So I think I like that they're black. So I'm gonna stick with that. There's a black fire escape over there as well, so it doesn't feel too out of place. I'm gonna snap that on. Can we sell that? Thank you. Snap it on. Another staircase is needed. And then there's like a landing. I'll do a short one for getting up there, I suppose. That's a little long now. Get a medium staircase. You can kind of see that the build is sort of coming together. I'm obviously not finished, but You can see the bones there and sort of the underlying skeleton of what I want to do. And I'm going to continue to block out things, but I just want to stop here and take a moment to do a little side-by-side comparison. See? Insert some clips here. Okay, so now that we've got that down, another thing that I like to do is add half walls to the top roofs of my build. Yeah, that's what it used to look like. So we've made some strides. Let's do a recap. Number 1, find a inspiration. Number 2, can you build that in The Sims, and do you like building that? Number 3, get your ass to building. All right. So I'm going to put another door here. I don't know what kind of door, but another door is going to go in there. It needs to look like it's the entrance to an apartment system. I don't know. And that definitely doesn't look like that, but it's interesting. I could probably use it somewhere. Let's see. Some variant of this is probably going to come in handy somewhere along this build. So I'm just going to stick that there. Apartment door. Usually if I'm stuck on something, I will just search it up, but I don't think I'm stuck on this. I just need to locate what I think is best with my eyeballs in the game. Intuition. You know, you want to trust your intuition. For the most part. I mean, your intuition could be wrong, but the odds are low. The odds are low. Most likely you know what you want. Ooh. Do I like that? I mean, I do like it, actually. I like it. I'm going to use that to separate it a bit in terms of color, just to keep things fresh. Actually, I don't know if I'm the authority of keeping things fresh, because I think that's the opposite of what I do, but yeah. I think that looks good. And specifically, I've done that just to block out the color a bit, so it has even more visual distinction. Because it didn't have that much. It just had the pillars there, but now I have the colors, and you can really see that this is the shop entrance to something. I don't know what, but it's the shop entrance to somewhere. I think I'm gonna get rid of the window here. I am very big on symmetry. I think symmetry makes things look nice. Of course, asymmetry is something you can play around with, but I just like to stick to the symmetry, is what I know best. So that's what I do. Yeah. I'm also very sensitive to color. If the colors don't match, then it needs to be changed. And currently, the black of this fire escape doesn't match the black of my building, and that's a little stressful. It's either I gotta change the color of this cast iron, like something's gotta change here. So this is where messing with the colors comes into play, and it's either a hit or miss. With this, usually I just end up reverting back to what I started with, but it's always fun to experiment. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up changing this fire escape for now. Where is this? Yeah, I'm gonna change this fire escape because it doesn't match, so I might as well just make it something different. And now my eye notices that this doesn't match this, and now I'm stressed. It doesn't need to match. Okay, this is just something that I do because I don't know why, but I just like when things have visual harmony and the colors are not clashing with each other, and they don't bother me that way. If they do, they get changed, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. Something about these colors that aren't working for me. Truly, I don't know what's going on with me, but I just don't like any of them. I mean, that's not awful. It's just the fact that I have a fire escape at the front that's like really, really getting me worked up. Okay. It's at different times of the day. Maybe it's just that time of, yeah, it's just that time of day, okay? That time of day, she's not on my side, no. She's not. Let's do some morning building. I love to change the time. I just love it. Building in the morning all the time is sad. And I refuse to participate. What the heck looks like an apartment door? Okay, I'm stuck. Chat. No, we am gonna. Ones that are just completely blocked off don't look like building entrances. For some reason, I have it in my head that there's glass at those entrances, which is weird because I searched references up and that's too many squares and boxes and shit. But yeah, that's perfect. Okay, next I'm going to fill this middle wall. I don't know why I stuttered. I need to fill this middle wall right here. And going back to my reference, there's just kind of a window there. And I kind of have this emulating that. But this is the like my bouncer thing. It actually looks better in the middle, in my opinion, but I want it to function as like a, hey, this is, you know, the bouncers are gonna be on the inside, right? Like this. Like you can't come in, I'm sorry. Like from the inside. I don't know why I went in there, but you know, it was necessary. It was. Okay. So we're gonna need some trim. We're gonna need lots and lots of graffiti. Yes. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to make my own trim, but that's okay. For the detailing. Yeah, trims are very important to keep things nice and tidy. You want to finish all your edges. And what I mean by that is you don't want anything that looks unfinished by not capping them off, not, you know, adding that little je ne sais quoi. So if I was me a couple of months ago, I would just left that trim and call it a day. But no, I'm taking the time to use some custom pieces and to really knead it together to make sure things feel seamless. I know that sounds pretentious, but that's the only way I can explain what I'm doing right now. But yeah, now you can see it just feels a little better just to have that there. Yeah. Instead of the classic black trim. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my camera work is like abysmal today. Yeah, I just want to check that out at different times of day. Yeah, this is looking really good. I'm excited about it. Yeah, if you're on PC, please use custom content to your advantage. There is so much custom content that'll help you make your builds 10 times better. Like, I'm telling you, half of my builds are carried by the custom content that is in them. Yeah, I'm just gonna cap this off. This little part, I felt like it could use some separation. So I'm doing that. Okay, voila. Do I want to center these? The off center is kind of cool, but no, and there's no. I don't actually want to do that. And the fire escape actually continues. The building I think goes back. It might not. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the fire escape continues like this, which is pretty cool. That's a large fire escape. Very good safety fire protection, I guess. I think there's a couple doors there too. There's a lot going on, but I think I'm gonna try to tackle that actually. So it's just, another tip is just moving slowly, piece by piece, and not overwhelming myself too much with what's going on, because then I just miss those little details that would really help make the build stand out. I can't get this up there. And there's no such thing as a deco door. So what I need is a window. Let's see what we've got. I've got a couple of Soho windows that are open. Never mind. There's just one that's open that I think could work. I think that's fun. I want it to be a different color to maybe add to the chaos a bit, because my reference is very chaotic in my build. Not so much, but it might just be a style thing that I've got going on. I like this one round window. It adds some contrast. So when I look at this, I see hard, I see soft. This building is very round. Very square and very in your face. And this little round window kind of helps offset that a bit. So I'm going to keep it there because I think it's cool. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I think I want this to be over here. Yes. And we're going to pull this up because, I'm trying to finish off my edges and keep this professional. Okay. This window's probably got to go. We're going to probably need another trim or something, or carry it all the way up. I don't know yet, but I think I'm going to add another one of these just to fill the space. It definitely needs something there. Something, maybe this. I'm trying to also, just for my personal progress, trying to make my builds a little more interesting by playing around with color and shape and texture, because I can get very comfortable, shall I say, with what I'm doing and just not really want to change anything. But I'm really trying here, and hopefully you can sense that. Okay, so now that we've got the facade in, right? The facade, she's in. I need to work on either the sides or continue working on the front. And here is kind of where you can veer off and, listen to me less. It's kind of just personal preference, but I prefer to stick to the front of the facade at this point in the build and ignore the sides and the back, which is a choice, but I just like to, get my teeth in a bit. So what I'm going to do is add some graffiti and just a little bit of details. Just a little bit of detailing so I can, sort of figure out what's going on with the graffiti, because I'm really excited about that. And, my excitement is more important than the logic. So this is mural which should be fun to play around with. So I'm going to put that on the side of the building just for, something for myself to do. But as you can see, the front of Mars Bar has so many posters and lights and graffiti and neon and just all that. And mine isn't really given that. So we really need to graffiti it up. So I'm gonna really go crazy with this. I'm gonna try my best to put my back into it and make sure that this is covered head to toe in appropriate graffiti. What I mean by appropriate is graffiti that looks like it would be here. Because I don't want to put, like, I would not put this here. You know what I mean? Like that. It's cute, but it looks like it's not in the grime and the rust, okay? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I want to use this as a base. So I think that'll help. Most of the stuff is centered at the bottom, though. Yeah, this is hard. Okay, I'll put this here. Yeah. This would also work really well for out here, which is a shame because I just put it on here. Just put it over there. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. I think this will help me get that sort of look I'm looking for. Will of graffiti, and it'll be less work if I just start with this. Yes. Just don't look at it at certain angles or it'll do weird things. All right. Next graffiti. We got wall graffiti from, I don't even know where that's from actually. There's a mural in the real life image, so I'm hoping that I can find something. The red is nice, but it doesn't scream what this doesn't scream what I needed to scream. Maybe you probably have no idea what I'm trying to say because I'm never clear about these sort of things. I'm gonna put this one back here. All right, as you can see, I've posted up the place and I've got it looking close enough to the reference in terms of the amount of poster coverage and what's going on this left side of the building. And that's just really helping me visualize right now. And if you're curious on, you know, my thought process on exactly how I put these posters here, because, you know, this is a thought process for my builds video, I basically just started by getting these bigger pieces like the urban decal wall graffiti, which is very big, as you saw me pick out, and this Liz Life is Strange cardboard just to block out the parts, and then put like little stickers on top just to fill out the space. And that's kind of what I work with, just keeping things in the same color palette, the same tone, and like they would be appropriate for a dive bar location. And then over here, I just added something more that looks like it would belong in a dive bar. I know, like maybe this is a performing artist right here. Maybe this is pictures of people who've been here, just some more graffiti. And it seems like it was appropriate. And it fits the color palette well. So that's what I put there. And I'm actually back because I wanted to talk about another element that I add to my builds to make them feel more realistic. And that would be heating and cooling. Now for the outside, that would be things like radiators, pipes. It's pretty much it. Radiators and pipes is what you can use to really up the realism factor. So what I'm going to do now is look for some pipes and anything of that nature to put on the sides of the buildings just to add that extra element. You know, when you go outside, there's things like drain pipes and whatnot. So having those in builds can really help with the realism. Now I have a few to choose from, which is great. But as you can see, that already really adds to the realistic feel of this build. Now I have these shorter pipes. I think I want to add one here. And I'm just gonna try to evenly disperse them. I want some contrast, so this is probably going to be a gray pipe. Just throw them wherever I think is necessary and deal with the consequences later. There we go. I could probably get a different style of pipe. Just, you know, not all pipes are made equal. But as for the inside, I will explain more about, you know, how I go about heating and cooling in a second on the inside once I actually get in there. But, you know, adding these sorts of details really help the build come to life. Yeah, it's all about layering the elements and really slowly building up something impressive. Most of the time, my builds don't start out that great. We started out with a box, okay? We're moving up in the world. We no longer have a box. We have a box with details. Wow. Mostly the finishing on the windows could be better. I can add a few more bits and bobs to really get that going. So I think I'm going to use this. And keep it going all the way to the end. And adding things like this extension and the pipes are all just what I like to deem layering. You know, you're laying the elements on top of each other so they don't feel so basic. Like just the box with this brick would not be cute, would not be fun, would not be fresh. But with these decals, with patience, get something good out of them. You just, you know, you have to persevere through the tedious parts. Unless you like it, then more power to you. But for me, I would love to be on the inside doing a little bit of storytelling. All right, so half an hour later, and I've come up with this little facade area, and it is inspired by record stores that I just searched up on Google because, again, I was really struggling to come up with something to do with this extra building. And I was like, you know, like I said before, I come up with ideas while I'm playing the game. Oh, I really need a record shop. Like I want my music sims to have somewhere to go to buy some vinyl, and it would be really fun. So again, with Little Miss Sam's a retail celebration mod, I can easily turn this into a functional record store. So all I have to do is place on a little sign, and you know, Sims will be able to shop in here. So that's what the bottom here is going to be. Speaking of realism, I'll pop in my inspirations on the screen right now so you can see where I got the inspo for this from. But basically, you'll see a lot of storefronts have a little tile straight across and then diagonal door and then like a little facade. I'm not sure why that is, if it's for saving space or if it's just for displaying product, but there's a lot of record stores that look like that on the internet and in New York and in Canada as well. So, you know, I figured that I should do that for a little bit of realism. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this facade. I honestly think it looks really great and I'm excited about it. So now that I blocked out that general sort of building, it does need some windows. And I decided that I will start filming again to show you guys my window picking process. Because I didn't think the facade would be all that interesting to watch. But for the windows, because this is a multi-building that is supposed to look like this building is a different building from this one, I want the windows to also be different just to emphasize that point. And I think I'm going to go with the regular Soho windows again, just in a different shape. I believe that's what I want. But it could change. It could. I'm open to other ideas. Ooh, I like this one. Let's see about this because it's got a lot of detail. Oh. Got a lot of detail built in. And who doesn't love detail built in? I love that. Ooh. That is really pretty. Those windows are pretty. I gotta use these puppies. I just don't know if that's possible. Will I be able to use them? Find out next time. Actually, no. Don't leave. I didn't mean it. Okay. Oh. We could do something like this and then change the upper facade to this darker brick. But I really like the gray. Let's see. Change it about and see how I feel. I mean, it's all right. Really wanted the building to look different, and now it really does not. Did I make that gray? Sure, I could find some windows that'll fit what I'm going for. Here. I could make them white. That's a choice that I'm not gonna make. What else do we have? Just anything with a lot of detail will do nicely. Maybe shutters? Again, no, the black is too black. I don't hate the shutters. Just nothing quite matches this tone of gray from the game. Anyway, I might have to look outwards. Oh. Certain angles. It looked right, but it is not right. It's not what I want. It's not the, oh, we're back at the same window. Would you look at that? Peacemaker? Do you have anything for me? Peacemaker. I used to use these windows everywhere, which is fine. They're pretty windows. I really overdid it. I tend to overdo things. No. I can't find anything. That is a little weird. Like, why don't these match? Maybe they do match. Is my G-shade? No. They just simply do not match. That's pretty much it. I mean, they can be darker. They don't... I can put, like, some arches or something. But not these ones. Those are the same windows. Like I said, I'm looking for something different to set it apart. Ooh, I like these. Ooh, okay. Those are doing wonders. They're kind of fancy, but I did want this place to be a little bit nicer than the rest of Fireware. Like, this isn't horrible. It's not like so fancy. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awful. It's unrealistic. Like, no, it matches the wealth area a bit, because I had a fancy restaurant here originally, and then I got rid of it because the restaurant was driving me crazy. Dine out was driving me crazy, and I was like, this lot is cursed or something. Like, I just gotta scrap it. So it's gone. It was a cute idea though. I'll definitely make a restaurant inspired by the bear. I just have to take more legit reference. I think. I don't think it was accurate. I really don't. Okay. I don't know if I like that up there. Oh, I want to delete. For some reason, the harmony is off. It's like clashing with this, and it wasn't looking right. I'll pull that back to its original spot and just add a little piece up there. Ta-da. Okay. As for the windows, I should have something like this, right? I can work with this. just gotta fit the windows in there so it looks legit. Oh. And move this window over. Oh, excuse me. Lovely. And now I do the same with this arch down here. Would you look at that? Now it looks like a different building, adding to the realism of the city. Looking very nice, very nice. Okay. Now that I basically have the outside done, I'm going to speed run the other half so you don't have to watch me do it, and then we can move on to the inside and layouts and all that stuff, which are pretty important. I won't jump cut this time. I'll let you guys watch me do this, I suppose. So, oh, let me shut up and do it. So, because this is inspired by Mars Bar, like I said, I did some market research. Okay, I'm gonna put up some photos while I speak. Mars Bar is very, 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 very grimy. There is things absolutely everywhere, so this is going to be quite the challenge. But aside from that, I do know there's a bathroom located from the research that I've done. Didn't really find any layouts per se. This is where I'm going to take my own tips into consideration and just utilize hallways and spacing correctly to try to get a layout that I'm happy with. And I did notice that there was a big bar on the left side of the wall close to the windows. And yeah, so what I know from this inspo is there's a bathroom, there's a big bar, and the bathroom is very small. And there isn't really a bouncer room, but that's something I added. But that's good because it'll take up the space and make the bar feel a little smaller. And I know this video is about realistic builds, but I just want to say that I was very warmed. My heart was warmed by the people I saw in the comments of Mars Bar like paraphernalia. What do I say? Mars Bar content. And they were all just so sad that the bar closed around 10 years ago in 2014, 2015. And it was just really sad to see everyone be like, oh, we miss gritty New York. Like, oh my gosh, the New Yorkers are missing gritty New York. It was so sad. I wish they could have their Mars Bar back. But if anybody from New York has actually been in a Mars Bar, I really hope I'm doing some justice here. That's it. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach those levels of crime. Anyways, to Yeah, I gotta figure out where the bathroom is gonna go. Usually in retail establishments, the bathroom is in the back, so I'm probably gonna put it here. Again, it's not gonna be accurate to the real Mars bar. I'm just gonna try my best. And 2x2 hallway so the Sims can get through it, and that's pretty much it. I might knock this back one and just make it like a pillar wall, like so, just for some interest in the space. Yeah, I might move it like that so it's like supporting the room a bit, like so. Happy with that. And then I can put like posters and stuff on it. And yeah, so I like to use pillars and columns to separate the space, because in real life there would be some supporting beams, and sometimes supporting columns need to be on the inside of the buildings. So that can be a useful tip to know at times if you want to, you know, just fill up some dead space. I'm gonna put the door on the inside here too. And let me get some lighting in. Usually for lighting, I just use the regular lights that come with the game. Then I replace them with something more appropriate, because not all light fixtures are equal. I'm also going to put one outside just so I can adjust lighting as I please up there. All right. So that's pretty much the layout of Mars Bar. It's kind of, I don't know why I chose this lot to give you an example of a layout, but hopefully what I said makes sense. Hopefully. So the inside of Mars Bar is very woody, so I guess I can move on to color palettes and whatnot. I know I want the palette of this dive bar to be brown and gray, like kind of brutalist aesthetic. Very, I don't want to use the word disgusting, because I don't think it's disgusting. I love it, that's why I'm building it, but like I don't know what else to call it. It's concrete and grime everywhere, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful in a grunge way. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this bar. I'm gonna be living it up. I'm gonna bring my Sims here every weekend. They're coming to Mars Bar to hang out with the locals. Okay, that's all I've got. I've just loved this Savefile experience too, by the way. It's just been so good getting to know more about such an iconic place like New York. I know I sound like such a tourist, but I am. Okay, let me live. All right. Everywhere is basically concrete. Everywhere. But again, I'm gonna take some artistic liberty. I want to add some of the side panels that came with the art kit. The art kit, I think. Let's see. It's called, what's it call it? Where is it? Oh my gosh. Artist Studio. These walls are killer. I love this wall. Absolutely love it down. And there's a lot of cardboard like texture in Mars Bar, so I think this can help me out with getting that look. And I'm just gonna scatter it around just to help with the unfinished sort of look that it had going on. Yeah, I think that helps. And I'm gonna make the bouncer room. There we go. And voila. That's pretty much Mars Bar. Now the flooring is subject to change. Everything's kind of subject to change. I like to change things around just depending on what's going on. But I'm pretty happy with this. As I'm testing out more swatches, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Maybe the concrete can be a little darker. No, that's not right. I like the slab of concrete floor because it's got cracks in it, and that's really charming. and what I'm looking for. It's just not the right tone, I think. They might end up staying. But tones are very important. You want to match them. Like, that's the right tone, but now we're just too bright. It's too bright and like cheery. It's not working. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. That's fine. I don't dislike it. Let me paint this bathroom. All right. And that's the layout of Mars Bar. Another thing that can help with layouts is just placing the furniture down and not the actual furniture that you're gonna use, like a placeholder. Okay, so I'm gonna take this bar and make it obviously not fit the aesthetic and stick it in here. I'm pretty sure Mars bar was close to the entrance, and you don't have to stick as closely as I am to the references. I just really want to capture the essence. You know, I also want like a stage in here for some performing. So that's also something I have to take in consideration when getting the slots together. I'm just gonna use any bar stools. Oh, they're crafted. I need bar stools that aren't gonna do it yet. This is not what it's gonna stay like. Again, just placeholders. If I can get a feel for the layout. Yeah. So I know I want a bar, seating area, stage, bathroom, sort of checking in area. So all of those need to fit into this tiny space. This teeny tiny space. I think change the color of these for the inside. So the bouncers can be like, where's your ID? It's not a nightclub, but it might as well be. Yeah, like that. I think that's good for the entrance. I think, let me knock this back a bit. So I want it to feel nice and mysterious, like a mysterious entrance. You're like, ooh, what's going on in Mars Bar tonight? We can't see the inside. Spooky, scary. No, it's not a scary place. From what I've learned from my research, it's not a scary place. It just looks scary. It looks intimidating. That much I can say, okay? Okay. All right. So I'm walling this off just because I like separation sometimes. I think it's necessary to have the flow of the establishment be a little bit nicer. And again, hallways are key to helping places look more realistic. You need your hallways. So I'm just gonna try to get an arch in here. When that's appropriately sized. Look at that. Our knowledge coming into play here. And I think that's appropriately sized. So voila. And I just gotta find a swatch that won't make me want to rip my hair out. There we go. Perfect. Lovely. This hallway feels a bit long. I'm gonna knock it back a bit just so we can have more bar space. Perfect. Now, I also like to get down to sim view just to see what the vibes are. Very nice. Very cool. Awesome. Yep, I'm feeling it. The layout feels really good so far. So I'm happy with that. I also need to paint the ceiling. Don't forget to paint your ceilings. I always forget to paint mine. Oh. Is it painting? Might be a glitch. Let's see. Oh. Get down to regular level. It's not painting. Huh. Well, I was saying don't forget to paint your ceiling. I can't even paint mine. That's okay. Okay. So next we are going to put the rest of the things I want to do. Let me just for the stage. I have a mod that allows for performances. Oh no, the stage is huge. Okay, well now we have a problem because look at this thing. Excuse me. I think I can perform anywhere, if I'm not mistaken. This is where, you know, it's a little big for the space. It's where testing content to play. Let me test this lot, but I want the stage to be over here. So the bands can play. Let the music play. Maybe I should move the bar. Ooh. Hold on. I think I'm cooking. It's kind of weird that you go straight into the bar, so move the entrance that way. Yeah, that feels better. See, this is why you don't want to place, you don't want to do anything until you figure out the layout. Because that could have been messy, but I was prepared, you see, which was good. The layout feels better. I'm happier with this. Again, these doors need to be replaced too, but you know, we're just laying things out around work. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I can place I can have performances as long as they're quick intermission by me. While I was filming this video, the wonderful Chelsea made some deco sims that move. So if you need some realism in your builds, I recommend you scurry your ass on over to her Patreon. I'll leave the link down in the description down below so you can grab some, let me say it again, animated deco sims for your lots. That's correct. And I will be putting these everywhere. I'll be spamming these deco sims. So prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves and go and grab it, because this is a game changer. This is a game changer, and I literally could not contain my excitement. So I need to share it with you guys. Anyways, yeah. Does that count as a tip from me? Maybe, maybe not. But anyways, go and download and I will show you this working in action. Okay. So I'm putting the deco sim down right there. There she is. Okay. Then we go into live mode. We press play. Ignore the exception. And the, oh my god. Okay. Okay. Look. She moves. She's taking a sip of her drink. She's loitering. And she's not real. Absolutely next level. Look, that's not a real sim. I can view her. Maybe Gian should make some time to go on a jog soon. Oh my god, the custom. I'll be back. Let me put them all down and we can take a look. Who's he on the phone with, sir? I like your phone though. What phone is that? That doesn't look like a new iPhone, and I can appreciate that. He even makes sounds like he was laughing. Let's go look at him. I hope she says, who the hell is he listening to? Who the hell are you calling, sir? It's a pretty fun conversation. This is crazy. Anyways, somebody's playing the drum in there. This, you're being spoiled by, you're seeing the entrance of the lot. I'm not done, but you're seeing the entrance, and I didn't mean to show you, but I had no choice but to put this in this video because, excuse me, that's pretty much it. Anyways, links in the description. Continuing the vid now. Okay, so back with my new information. I need a backstage area just so the Sims can get back there, and for the realism, backstages are things that occur in real life as well, with places like zoos and amusement parks. They just, you know, where the inner workings go. And I would like a green room for my little musicians. So I'm going to add another room. And how I'm going to go about this is very simple. So I added a hallway already. And then I'm going to add another hallway to get to the green room. So here is going to be the hallway to get to the green room, like so. You can get in this way, or you can get in through this door. And just knock the doors down like so, and ta-da. Oh my gosh, I keep pressing the C. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just want to close this off. I don't like to have too many restrictions in the way of my Sims walking around when it comes to these hallways, because I know that they're going to get clumped up in there and it's going to be exhausting and horrible. But I have to make this hallway fun because I like the symmetry of having the whole area just be this little space here. So yeah, here's the green room and the bathroom. The green room can be a little bigger. I don't want to cut into the retail shop anymore either. I'm just going to extend it this way. And that can be the green room where the artists hang out. And yeah, so there we go. The last thing I want to do is just get some doors in. So a door there, and they could have a door to the, I guess they can, no. They're going to have to go around here to get to the bathroom because I'm not dealing with all that. There we go. So just this way. And then I can wall this off here with another door. There's a lot of doors, but hey. The Sims need to be locked out from this side and this side. I can't be having them doing a bunch of nonsense. Now. Can't wait. Oh, I can't get that on the floor. Hey, I gotta lower this. Yes, there we go. All is well. Oh. Perfect. Yeah, that's how I added the extension and just keeping it realistic by adding hallways. Very easy method for realism. I just realized I still have this friggin', what is this green thing? I mean, what is this yellow thing on my screen? What did I press for this? All right, back to blocking out things for the rooms. So let's figure out this bathroom because I'm worried about it, to say the least. I am worried. I could use these stalls. These stalls are perfect. This stall is actually just what I need. So I'm not even going to bother making a custom stall. I'm just going to use that. The room seems to be a little tiny, which is problematic. Yeah, this is why you do layouts, okay? This is why you do them before. Because, yeah, there we go. That's better. I mean, in the traditional Mars Bar Club, I'm pretty sure there's one toilet. Pretty sure there is a single toilet, but that's not gonna work because someone's always gonna be in there, and I just can't bother with that. So I'm gonna make the bathroom bigger, which unfortunately means I have to make the green room more into my apartment complex. You know what? I'm gonna extend this all the way because now that I think about it, I don't want the apartment entrance to be that big anyway. Like, it doesn't need to be big at all. So this is the biggest green room known to man currently. I guess I can make the bathroom even bigger. Lovely. Now we can fit another stall in there. Would you look at that? The usage of space. Okay. I'm gonna pick another swatch for these stalls. I just love these stalls. They're so cool. Thank you for your service, whoever made these. I really appreciate it. Okay. Lovely. There's bathrooms. I think the stalls are a little big, like they're clipping. If I go upstairs, will I see them? Yes. Oh, that's bad. I mean, it's not bad, actually. I have an idea to fix that, but let me stop blabbing. So, yes. We got the bathroom layout, kind of. We're gonna need sinks. I just realized. We're gonna need sinks, somewhere to wash our hands, and I can tell you right now, the sink was not that nice in that club. It wasn't great. No. So this isn't gonna be like lavish bathroom. I'm gonna go with these because they remind me of this sort of, I don't know, thrown together style. I'm gonna chuck a mirror up there. I would like a broken one, but it doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be broken. There's probably a way I can make it broken myself with some decals. If I tried hard enough, probably could make it happen. Yeah, it's looking like I'm just gonna go with the basic mirror, which is fine by me. Yep, this basic mirror does the trick. I'm gonna do it in brown. Is it actually? No, I'm not. I'm doing white. Okay, lovely. That's pretty much all you need in a bathroom. Sinks and toilets. So that functions. Next we need to lay out the stage. So I need a microphone. I have lots to choose from here. I've got quite the mic selection. I say that, it's really not that many. It's not that many. That one's fun. Got this one. Got this one. Now we're gonna use this one. I heard with this mod that the singers need a lot of space in the back, so hopefully that's enough space for them. I'm gonna have to test as well. Need some drums. I'm pretty sure I have the drum mod in my game. If I don't, that would be bad. Oh, now we do. Lovely. These drums really bring it together. The drums, and then I need a guitar. And then I'm gonna call it quits on that. That's as many instruments as going up there. I think it's in hobbies and skills. That's Guitar Hero. Not exactly a guitar. Acoustic. No, we need an electric. I'm looking for a nice shredder. Ooh, we got bass. Ooh, are they playing jazz in this club? I don't think so. I don't think they're playing jazz in this club. I'd love to see some jazz. Okay, let me not. Okay, great. We can replace that guitar if I want to. I don't think I'm gonna need to. We can get a piano. Kind of packed up there. I'm worried about this one. I am indeed. I think we're gonna need a bigger stage, which is problematic because I like my cute tiny stage. I don't think everyone can fit up here. And there's no way to enter. Problem after problem, really. Okay, so I know I need a platform. Yeah, this is how it is with builds, really. Just trial and error, with especially with the layouts. Like, I'm probably gonna have to redo this once I test this lot. What the heck is going on? I need these to not be attached like that. Yeah, it's really just trial and error until something works. I need this platform, by the way, so they can get up there. I'm pretty sure they need that. Yeah, because it's 2 floors high. Or sorry, 2 thingy-my-bobs high. I think I'm going to... We got a VIP door. That's fun. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe for the entrance. The bouncer area. Do a little VIP door. I mean, there's no VIP section, but like, I like the idea of the rope. This isn't an exclusive. Let me tell you that much. I just like the rope there. I think it looks nice. Okay. Anyways, yes, we need an entrance to this little stage right here. I think I'm gonna use an archway because the door is like big and bulky. I want something nice and cute, and just a little doorway would be nice. Where are all the arches? Where are all the arches? Oh. Do that. That'd be gnarly. Gnarly, dude. That would be absolutely radical. That'd be gnarly, dude. Okay, let me stop. Wow, these doors are massive. Where's the cute little archway that I had? Can't find a single archway now. Styling, whiling, living it up in the city. And I'd kiss myself. I'm too pretty. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Girl set you on fire when I'm too hot. Hot damn. Girl, I said you know who I am. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Girl, set you hallelujah. Girl, set you hallelujah. This uptown funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night, I wanna live in a spot. You don't believe me, just watch out. Mm-hmm. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I finally located this damn arch. Here we go. This is gonna be difficult to get up there, really. Like, because you need a No. You need a platform. Then you need another platform. Then you need another platform. Then you need another platform. I need another platform for the front. Goodness gracious. I need one here, y'all. This is a complicated lot. Let me tell you. Here we go. So now you should be able to get on the stage from back there. If they can't, then I've done my calculations wrong. But they should be able to. I'm gonna give them that extra room because I'm nervous about. You know how it is with the Sims. There we go. Nice little backstage. We gotta change this color of this arch, and then I'll be satisfied. Lovely. So that's how you get on the stage. Now the layout of these instruments, I'm nervous. Like, I actually need to get some Sims onto this lot, so I can test out a few things before I move on. But I don't want to burden you guys with the testing of that. I just want to move on to the next part of this build, so you guys can be set free. Anyways, okay, so that's the layout of the stage. Definitely was necessary to do all that. So we got the stage, we got the bar. We don't have the like seating hangout area. I think I like the rope, but she's gotta go. Maybe it's a VIP sitting area. I could do that, maybe. No, I want everyone to be able to. This is not a VIP club. Yeah, but while I'm talking about it, you can kind of hear the gears in my head turning, thinking about whether or not the vibe of this club is a VIP club, and the answer is no, it's not. I'm just looking for some placeholder couch. I'm thinking a big couch, so probably 3x3. I don't want to pick the style again. I just want the size that I'm going for. I think this is a good size couch. And then, well, I guess I just have another one on the other side. Like, what would I do? Like that? Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So like a seating, talking area. Maybe it could use like a accent table. Probably just like a really basic square one. I look for something that's just one tile. Okay, this is one tile. Probably in the other corner. There you go. Very nice. So now everything's kind of got its own space. We got the seating area, we got the stage, we got the bathrooms, we got the bar, we got the backstage, we got this humongous green room that I almost forgot about. I can probably do something else with this, like make a VIP section in the green room, and that's pretty much it. So I got everything I wanted in here. So now I'm going to start to replace the placeholders I have, I believe. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I forgot about this green room again. So sorry about that. Stick with me. I'm going to do the layout of this green room and then move on. So I actually have no idea what green rooms look like. So I'm going to need some inspiration. All right. So How about some inspiration up on the screen right here and right here? That is the inspiration for this green room. And yeah, that's basically where I'm going to start. So again, we want to start out with the furniture layout. It's honestly very small. So this is going to be a very nice and spacious screen room for these people. I hope they enjoy it because this is a huge green room. So we can get like a nice seating area. Double couches. Look at that. Lovely. Then we need like sort of bar area. Bar height counters where people can sit and do their makeups and whatnot. I probably might have to use a table though, so I can actually use it as a vanity because there's a mod that turns desks into vanities, which is a nice mod. Probably gonna stick to desks for this, for that very reason. And I really like this Gua desk because it's super long. And that's kind of what I need right now. So I'm probably gonna go with that. Yeah. Maybe I can get another wall in here just for some more separation. Yep. And again, not worrying about the colors. Just worrying about the layout. I don't know about this couch. This big couch. It's too late to stop. I want a smaller one. And then we can use another accent table. I'm just going to use the one from here. And check it there. Just so I remember that's what I want. There's also usually TVs in green rooms. I think over here would be a good TV area. And I like to have TV consoles, so I need to find something. This is really nice. But it's like kind of small for this huge space. And again, mentioning scale, I want to make sure that things in this room are to scale. So you can, again, I just said it, but you know, I want it to be to scale. I think that a bigger console would look nicer. Keep pressing V. I'm so sorry. It's really annoying. And I'm looking to see what I can do about making the edges not look so unfinished in this room. I'm gonna drag this way. Yeah, now it's not so large because this was a really big room before. Now it is not. I appreciate that. Oh, it's just to fill the space. The lighting's a little weird, so I'm gonna drag the light over here. And there we go. Is there anything else I particularly need in here? Mirrors. Mirrors for the vanity area would be nice. I think I want to go with just I don't know if I want built-in lighting or not. That's a little too nice. What I'm going for. No. Wow. That is a mirror and a half. It's huge. I mean, I kind of like them. They're really nice, but there's something about them that makes me less upset that they're really nice. Oh, they don't even glow. They barely glow. What swatches am I working with? Oh, they come in brown. Man, no, they're too nice. I like them, but they're too nice. They're not what I need. So I'm going to make my own vanity with a few tips and tricks. But yeah, for my building, I like to keep things making sense, and I don't think those mirrors made much sense in this like grand rundown dive ball. So refrained. I'm gonna go to lighting and wall lights, and then stick some wall lights on, and then ta-da! It's a vanity. I just gotta find some lights that are appropriate for this task. Match you. I mean, I don't hate those. I don't hate that. This bar is also not bad. I wanted like the classic lights, but I don't think I'm gonna find anything. This almost works. It has to be this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take me forever. It's gonna be worth it though. Sit tight through the speaker. All right, speed through done. Hopefully you've enjoyed that nonsense that I just did. But yeah, I finally got the layout for that. I just need some chairs now. Study chairs. I'm thinking stools. That'll look best. I got these, but that has a pillow on it. Yeah, I just want some desk stools. I don't want to think about it too much, but I don't want like the full row because then it'll look weird. Another tip that I like to do with seating actually is to rotate them in different directions, so the Sims will actually like sit in different directions, because in real life not everyone's sitting in the same direction. So I like to do that. So now the Sim that sits here will actually sit this way while everyone sits this way. So it'll look cool. Just like a nice little detail that I like to do sometimes. Okay. And that's the layout of the green room finished. I just need a door onto it. There we go. Oh, the lights are being cut off. Spread them out a bit now. I won't time lapse this part. It's not gonna be perfectly straight because I don't want to sit here the whole time aligning lights. Like, that's not what this video is about. All right. Great. Those are aligned. Now, I think literally every piece of furniture is in what I want, where I want it to be. Every room is laid out. And yeah, that's when you hit save. All right, so now we slowly start replacing all the furniture. And at this point, I just kind of pick where I want to be. I'm going to turn on the lights for you all so you can see. I want to work on the living room area first. So that's where I'll be. That's intense. It's cool though. I think it works well. Fish on it. No, nothing quite stands out like this one does. So I'm gonna go with that one. I think the piano needs to change though. Either that, I'm gonna go with this one. It's checkered. And it's 2012. Checkers was definitely in. Well, you know, it's not 2012 in real life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay. I think this is a sad little entrance for this epic bar. So we're gonna change that. Well, that's still sad little entrance, but it looks better. Okay. Yeah. Still worried about this area. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do over here. When in doubt, paint it out. Put a painting on the wall, put a poster on the wall. Put some cracks. Oh yeah, some cracks on the wall. That'll help. Oh, I also forgot that the entire club should be covered in posters, like head to toe. Posters, posters, posters. So I need to get to postering. Thank you to Kilosh. My life will be much easier now. I mean, it'll still be difficult, but I will know peace. I will know peace for this. Let me start by, I gotta start an area. I'm gonna get overwhelmed. Let's start on this wall. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Start on this wall. Pay out some posters that I think will work nice. I like that one. And then we just stick them on top of each other. Or, well, as close as I can get. And just look at that. Those huge ones really did a number for me. They really helped me out. Kilosh, thank you. You're an angel. Really, an angel from above. This would have taken me so long. Igor. You know they're bumping Igor in here. Born to, is that born to, oh, that's born to skate. I thought that said born to that. I was like, oh. Lana Del Rey. What y'all know about Lana Del Rey? Okay. This yellow's bothering me. No. The brown in Billie Eilish's face is bothering me. Oh my gosh. I can never be satisfied. Bring Igor back. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Igor, your time in the spotlight is returned. Okay. Now, the hard part is where I fill in all the gaps. Oh gosh. Okay. I got this. I got this. Fill in all the gaps. No. But on you know I'm supposed to be happy now. I'm supposed to be happy without someone. But on tight someone. Can't you see it? I'm not coming home. 'Cause I'd invite you in. I'd be yours again. But I'm in love with my future. Can't wait to meet her. But I'm in love. But not with anybody else. Just wanna get to know myself. I'm happy now. I'm not supposed to be happy without someone. Put on that someone. And I know that I had to drive you home. Send my and I'd be yours again. But I am in love. But not with anybody. Just wanna get to know my happy now. You know I'm supposed to be happy without someone. Someone. Can't you see it? Not coming home. 'Cause I didn't invite you in. And I'd be yours again. But So now the wall is adequately covered in crap. And I'll have you know that, like I said before, the entire Mars bar is covered in crap. But I just am scared by doing that. So I'm relaxing by decorating this wall. I think it turned out nicely. While I was decorating, I was trying to think of who would own this place, because if you know me, you know that I love to... Whoa. Euro. Sorry, I've gotten distracted. Hold on. My life might have gotten 10 times easier with this thing. Oh, yeah. It's mural time, baby. That's pretty good. I think it ties in nicely with the colors of the place. Maybe. Maybe I'm just being lazy. I can put it on the outside. I'm not opposed to a mural on the outside. I actually want a mural on the outside. I think it'd be pretty. I don't want to put it over there. Thinking over here. No. There's already graffiti there, and I don't dislike that. Let's do it over here. Where the pipes are. Cute. I've searched Life is Strange because there's always good stuff with these Life is Strange kits. It's got the most fire thing. Like, look at this squid. He's cute. He's a cute guy. Keychain, like, oh my gosh, just all the stuffs. Toilet paper on the floor, don't mind if I do. That's perfect for my bathroom. We got a duck, a coffee cup. Let me not just say everything that I see, because I can see how that could get annoying. Excuse me, sorry. My apologies for the yawning. It's late at night. It's rough. It's late out night and it's rough out here. It's not even nighttime anymore, actually. It's morning. Like Miss Luau. She's fun. I don't really know what I'm looking for exactly. Probably just more things to put on the wall, especially these Frank posters. This is very Mars bar. I actually saw a photo with some lady with her boobies out. So, yeah, don't demonetize me for that. It's fake. It's fake. Appreciate that, YouTube. But yeah, there's a lot of cardboard on the walls as well in Mars bar. I'm gonna put this here. So I'm just trying to use all the cardboard pieces I have because I have them. Why not use them? This chair definitely feels Mars bar-y. Can I get rid of this? Oh yeah, that's good. Nice. And please, maybe we can get some boxes around the place or something. I think that would help. Yeah, this is kind of the part in my building process where I just think about the aesthetic and what items can I put in the space to push me there. Like, what can I put in here to take it to the next level? Most of the time, it's boxes and just little clutter details. And, you know, the idea of Mars bar is that it's absolutely stuffed with things on the walls and art and posters and memories of people who've been there and all that jazz. So none of that is really possible unless I put a bunch of crap everywhere. So that's kind of what I'm going on right now. Put as much stuff around the place as I humanly can. Yes, yes, yes. Wait, I forgot to talk about who owns this lot and sort of my vision about this lot. So basically, this lot is owned by a man named Skipper, and Skipper is friends with, if you know, Daryl. He lives on Ridge Street, beside the thrift store, with his promoter girlfriend. And in my head, Skipper and Daryl went to a music school together. Yes, Daryl did go to music school, and he's still really bad, which is kind of funny, honestly. But yeah, so he met Daryl at music school, and they kind of just have been friends ever since that day. That faithful old day. And I imagine that he used to perform here. This is, by the way, this little poster is Daryl's poster for his DJ gig. I forgot to mention that Daryl's a DJ. I don't know why I assumed you knew that. Yeah, he's a DJ. And not a very good one at that. But he used to perform at this club until they turned the DJ stage into a performer seat. And the club kind of shifted gears when they started to have residents live above them. And this is kind of what they turned into. I really like this club and Skipper's whole sort of vibe he's got going on. I do think that Skipper is the type of guy to run a shady business somewhere in the club. I'm not gonna tell you where, just so I don't spoil everything, but I definitely feel like he's not doing the greatest activities all the time in here. I feel like that's all I should say about that. And you know, he's a seedy character. He can't be trusted, honestly. He can't be trusted despite the the many people who do still trust him. It's honestly an epidemic. And why can't you trust Skipper? I'll let you know right now. He's not a good guy. He's gotten himself into a lot of trouble. He's bad news bears, and he will use you until you've got nothing left, and then use you some more if you give him the opportunity to. So he's a character and a half, for sure. Cannot be trusted, and I wouldn't trust that man with my life, let alone a 10-foot pole. But Daryl, one of his friends, he's not right a stool in the box. So I definitely feel like he wouldn't see any sort of betrayals coming from Mr. Skipper. But Skipper gets around, you know. He doesn't really need anybody because he tries to be self-reliant, but he's a talker. He can talk and talk and talk, and he's charismatic. So, you know, he's probably going to get what he wants out of you. He's like one of those people where you're talking with, and at the end of the conversation, you're like, wait, what were we talking about again? And he'll be like, oh, nothing. Nothing at all. And then you're confused because you just had a whole conversation about something you didn't even know you participated in. Anyways, yeah, that's the kind of guy he is. Lots of shady moves. Just bad news bears. Anyways, I'm working on the lighting. Oh, if you notice, the stage has been lowered. Unfortunately, I had to lower the stage because the Sims would not perform up there. And it was driving me nuts. And nothing would work unless I got rid of the platform. So unfortunately, it had to go. But it's for the greater good. Or something. I did what I had to do. Unfortunately, I really wish I didn't have to do that. Because I liked my little stage, but you know, all good things must come to an end. I had this rope here just for so the Sims don't go there when they're trying to perform, but you can't control everything. You really can't. Not in this game anyway. All right. So I'm not completely done yet, but I do want to work on the lighting because I'm feeling myself burn out a bit. So I want to work on something that's a little more exciting, which is lighting. I want to do like yellow green. Like a yellow green because that's in my ref. It's also a very intense yellow green in the reference. So I'm going to keep it like that, I think. Just for the vibe. Yes. Very nice. What else can I change the lighting up? There's this light here. Make into a warmer white and move it to the stage. Yeah, now the colors are looking really cool. This lamp as well can do with some changes. I do want it to look like it's on. There we go. That looks cool. So I like that it's dark back here, so I think I'm gonna keep it dark, maybe. Let's see. Ugh. I think I can get a light back here. You get like this color and just to amp it up a bit. Actually, I prefer total darkness or nothing at all. So that's what I'm sticking with. Let's see at nighttime. Ooh, the outside has an amazing glow. That's pretty cool. Abby's outside on the street. Not expecting to see her there, honestly. There we go. Here's what it looks like without my G shade. Here's what it looks like with my G shade. Yeah, lighting's super important. I think I'm gonna make this red. Oh. Now that's just, come on. It's giving Christmas. Anyways, I wanted to make this light red because one, the door is red. I just felt like it would be cool. And two, the sign is red. So it would definitely be emitting some red light onto the floor. And what better way to do that than with light? So this little corner comes in handy. But I like how bright it is. I'm going to try to move it around a bit. Just to help out the lighting. There we go. And that feels really cool and cinematic. I like my lighting to be cinematic. I don't like for it to be practical. Bathrooms, I usually, if the place is grungy, I like to make the bathroom just straight up green, which is a choice that I make. I think I'm going to start with yellow and pick a custom color. I'm happy with that color. That's good. Honestly, I think I want to use that color here too. Just a little more yellow. Yeah, that feels more real, I think. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for that. I think I want to add some cracks to the floor. And don't forget your floors in this game. Curtains, flooring, decals, anything of that nature. You definitely want to do because they just add, you know, like I said, with that layering, another element to the build. So I'm gonna grunge up the floors a bit because I think it's necessary. A little spot. I can't even see that. Some scratch marks under the drummer. Like somebody's been dragging this chair around. Let's do some scratches underneath there. We got different kind of cracks here. Trying to pick the ones that make the most sense. So we can do a crack there. And a crack the entrance maybe, because this would be some old concrete. This is a huge spillage, but I could probably put this somewhere without disrupting anything too much. Yeah. That's fine over there. Get some debris because there's definitely this on the floor. Ooh, wow, these are great. Some swatches that'll work. There we go. It isn't a painter place, but I imagine that there's a lot of paint getting tracked in because people, I imagine they put them up there. Like this is a communal wall, not just something that Skipper put together himself, because that would be boring and not the spirit of Mars Bar. Pretty sure Mars Bar had the patrons do a lot of the work, which is pretty cool. Yeah, just some correct floor or cracked tile on the floor. I'm gonna move it to where he's standing. What else? We got unbeatable stains. Oh, I already used this. That's fine. Duplicate it. Yeah, I'm basically just putting as much stuff as I can on the floor to help out with the vents. I wanted to add another rug here, but I don't know if that's necessary. Let's see. I mean, it ruins the like brutalism that I have going on. At least, you know, a tiny bit of brutalism. But yeah, this is the point of the build where I'm kind of just winding down and meandering through slowly through my build catalog and seeing what I'm buying and gonna place down. But I'll come back to you guys when I've cluttered up the place. And yeah. All right, we are in live mode because I want to show you guys a little bit of the work I've done and my final tip for you before we leave. So there's this little thing I like to do when I build, and it's called setting the scene. So basically the scene right now is that a university students came in and they're kind of overrunning the place. As you can see, there's solo cups and the lamp's a disaster, and there's like vinyl in the corner. And this piano even has like little like YA stickers, YA being young adults, and it just feels very like the place has definitely been infiltrated by some youngsters, especially with a backpack. So I'm pretty excited about giving you that tip because it's one of my favorite tips to set a scene. It definitely helps a lot in terms of just making lots feel like there's actually stuff going on. But yeah, this lot is very lively, surprisingly, because I guess there's nowhere else to go. I just want to move the guitar back because she moved it when she moved. That was kind of annoying, but yeah. I stream every Wednesday and Friday, and I hope you enjoyed this build and aren't too upset that the bear restaurant is gone, if you even remember that. But yeah, I'm Pixa. Thank you to my patrons for supporting me. I really appreciate it. And thank you for getting me to 4,000 subscribers. That is literally insane. It means so much to me to, have all you guys here. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. This is the Briarwood Safe, and I'm Pixa. Bye bye.